The launch of the PlayStation Vita is just around the corner, and there's no better time than now to get caught up on all those launch titles. So sit back, relax, and watch as the developers themselves guide you through some of the biggest games.
So this is Mod Nation Racers. It's a kart racer in the play, create, share genre, popularized by Little Big Planet. It's really fast-paced, fun. It's centered around building your own tracks, karts, mods. Everything you see playing right now is something someone has created using the tools that we have in the game. So here you just drag your finger around, you create a track that you like. You go over a part that you want to edit, drag your finger, and then you're modifying the spline into whatever shape that you want. So you can raise the height, create a jump. So here's the sculpting tool. This is where you just touch anywhere on the track and it'll start to sink the terrain in. Any fingers on the back, you can place them down and it'll start to raise the terrain based on where your fingers are at. And we should be coming up onto the hill that I created. So right here is the slight hill I created once the bus is down there. And all that stuff, you can jump in and out just to test what you're creating, and then tweak it as you need it, and upload it to the internet, and everyone else can play it too.
Escape Plan is a dark tale where you have to help two little characters who've been trapped. One of the main things was just that everything you do is based on the touchscreen, but we know that people like to usually rest their hands, so we kind of use the analog sticks to control the camera and look around and kind of zoom in and zoom out and get, a better idea for what's going on in every room. So in this one here, I see these strange devices here. They're kind of like air vents. And this is where we realized that, by tapping, I have really good control over knocking stuff out of the wall, kind of making a staircase for little. So these are some of the intro puzzles, and as we kind of go through, the rooms start getting larger and larger, and we do a little bit more, harder things for the player to learn. So here, I have to start paying attention to the world. There's the large splat on the back of the wall there, so the hints become a little bit more subtle, the puzzles become a little bit harder. So I grabbed some coffee here, and now we'll see that litter's all jittery, and now if I squeeze him, I can kind of give him a good squeeze, then basically he's going to dash. So if I squeeze him, I just miss. And this is the end of our demo for today.
If you've been playing Katamari over the years, you might have felt like, there's more that the developers could do. But thankfully, we're actually going to be using the rear touchpad in this game. What the Prince can actually do, he can stretch and squeeze the ball into a wide shape or a tall, sort of Ferris wheel shape by using the rear touchpad. And it's a whole entirely new gameplay mechanic for the Katamari franchise, and it's a whole new bag of tricks for the Prince to use when he's rolling up his ball for the King of all Cosmos.
This here shows the rear touch element of Little Big Planet and PlayStation Vita. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hold on the back of the Vita, and as you can see this green icon, this helps me pop out the actual platform. I can push it back in using front touch if I want. It's really forgiving and lets me progress nicely through the level. The next element is a puzzle to show how it can be used and incorporated in terms of gameplay. So again, I can use the rear touch to pop out as many of these blocks as I wish to form a path to get to the top. I can then push them in if I haven't got the right combination, and I can use the rear touch as well just to help me get through the level there, which I do. So I do that, and then as I come to the final part of the level, final showcase, the last thing that I need to do is to run Sackboy and get him inside his sardine tin, as it would be, use front touch and project him all the way to the end of the level.
So where we are now is Drake's been captured, and they've taken all of his equipment and gear, so now we have to find a way out of here. So you can either use the traditional analog controls that you're familiar with from the PlayStation 3 games, or you can actually touch, and then he will jump up. So you can use the full touch button. You can actually paint the ledges all the way everywhere you want to go, and he'll follow you. Or you can just tap to the next spot you want to go to. Get a quick headshot on him. Make sure Mers is safe. So as you can see, we can tilt the unit and it follows the reticle. But you can also use a combination of the analog sticks and then just use the tilt for the precision aim.
Jeez, move. So I'm Seth Killian from Capcom, and here we have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 coming out on the Vita. What's amazing about this game is that we managed to stuff the whole console experience plus more into this little machine. So beautiful screen here. I'm showing off actually the touch functionality here. So you see me doing combos there just by touching the screen. I'm able to move around normally and do regular button combos. Or I can tap the character and keep it going that way. I can also move the character around. I can also execute supers on the touch screen just like that. And I can cancel that into another super, which is not the best DHC as it's known, but still very effective. The touchscreen functionality, which we're showing off here today, is just a ton of fun. Really smooth stuff.
What we've got here is Little Deviants, is a launch title for the PlayStation Vita. What's unique about this game is that it has 30 different levels. Each one of these levels, I'm going to dive into one of these segments here, each one of these levels have completely different gameplay mechanics.
All right, here we've got the Bots Blast invasion, where obviously you can see there's augmented reality here. You're seeing the people in the room with me, and I am trying to save the deviants from the robots. So as we go here, there's one of the deviants. Oh, bunch of robots coming in. Now they're going to basically try and grab the deviants in any way they can. I'm just going to try and protect them. But you guys are going to have a lot of fun with it.
Basically, it's a block dropping puzzle game. So the key is to create squares of any number of 4 squares. Like it can be rectangles, but the more you clear, the bigger your combos get. And you'll see an effect come in off the screen that shows you how big your combo is. It'll say combo, super combo, ultra combo. So all of the sound effects in the game are synchronized to the music. So even when you rotate the block, you can hear sound effects that are synchronized, so that no matter how you're playing, you get a huge amount of feedback.
Sound Shapes is a musical platformer. There's no background music, traditional background music. All of the sound comes from you playing through the level. So either interacting with different things in the environment, picking up these notes, which add to the melody line. These plants all make sound when you interact with them, and the enemies do as well. So this is your editor screen. You can place notes from high to low, and you can place them anywhere on the timeline here. To place a note, you just touch and hold. You can also multi-touch as well. And you've got different instruments here. So we're doing guitar, dropping a harp sample there. Also got drums and other guitars and keyboards and stuff. Just toggle into play mode, and I can try it out.
So this is FIFA Soccer for the PS Vita. Really excited about this game. It is, for the first time, truly a next-gen experience on a handheld, and it's the first time we've ever been able to do that. So you'll be able to play a career mode, a full career mode, 1v1 online with your friends or against anyone around the world. We've also looked to leverage some of the unique PS Vita features. So we have touchscreen passing, touchscreen defending as well as using the rear touchpad for shooting. So what that does is allow you to, essentially the rear touchpad is like the goal net, and anywhere you press on the back is where the shot will go. So we have over 30 leagues, 500 teams, and 15,000 players in-game. And this is the biggest and most complete handheld game that EA Sports has ever produced.
You know, one of the really cool components about this is it really feels like you're holding a DualShock with a screen on it, and we do have actually back touch control as well. Like, since I'm aiming, I could swipe across the back, and it'll allow me to peek around corners if I need to, which is pretty cool. We support 3G. We also support Wi-Fi. We utilize Near as well, and there's a status bar in the game where it shows you not only things that you've accomplished, but things that other people on your friends list and via Near have accomplished as well. So say, for example, let's say I get a very, very good score here on this level. When I complete the level, it'll actually tell me how well I've done against all my friends on my friends list. And it will also tell me, if Near is working, it'll tell me how many people in the area have this game and what they've done against this level as well. And as you can already see, it does look like we're playing pretty much a PS3 product on a handheld device.
And there you have it, your video walkthrough of some of the biggest PlayStation Vita launch titles. For complete demos, head on over to the individual game spaces here on GameSpot.com.